crime. Shardman, rhyme. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad hits. Subscribe.
Action figure. It's not a doll, it's an action figure. Hey, what's up you guys? Sharpness Prime here doing another NECA figure review on the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes Caesar figure. This is a very, very cool looking figure. I'm excited for the new Planet of the Apes movie, man. It looks like it's gonna be badass. But anyway, if you want to get your Planet of the Apes figures, you can't find them at retail, you can get them at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So we got this clear clamshell packaging again with NECA. It looks pretty cool. I like the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. We got this Caesar picture over here, and Caesar written at the bottom, ages 14 and up. It says action figure, warning, choking hazard. Nothing really too much on the sides, and on the back, there's not a whole lot going on. It just says Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Collect them all or die! And it says Caesar, Koba, and Maurice. So those are the three from the wave. We get this sketch art right here. It looks like I don't know who, but he's holding an automatic weapon, so that's kind of scary, right? Isn't that neat? But anyway, this figure is looking awesome, man. I haven't even opened it. Let's get to it and crack this thing open. Once again, NECA is hitting it out of the park. This is a great figure. They have done a fantastic job with this Caesar figure. I do have a couple of gripes with the figure, but they are very, very small compared to how awesome I think it is. This is a beautiful piece, man. Let's get 360 on Caesar over here. Look at that. That fur looks great, man. The attention to detail, the paint applications, the sculpt as always. It's just fantastic, and the price point, you can't beat it, man. They have done a fantastic job. Now, it does come with some accessories, so let's take a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at Caesar. Monkey paw? That's bad hoodoo! I love news radio. Anyway, these paws look fantastic. He comes with two sets of paws, or hands. He has these two spear-wielding hands, and then he has these two open hands over here, and they look fantastic. I love the paint applications on these. They have some nice gray paint for the nails, and the white paint on them looks awesome too. Then the sculpting and the paint applications and the palms. This is just really well done. And then looking at one of the spear wielding hands, I mean, that's pretty cool too. A lot of nice lines sculpted in there. I really like what they've done over here. So the spear arrives in two separate pieces, and you just have to connect them together. One of my minor gripes about this figure, though, is that I feel like they don't really connect very well. That's one of the general problems I think I've had with NECA over anything else, is connecting parts like that spider gremlin. You know, that wasn't very fun. But yeah, you just put these in here. And I actually had shaved down one of these parts in here to make it a little easier, and I still feel like it doesn't really connect all the way. And I don't want to mess with this too much. I feel like I might break something. Now, the paint sculpt and just the spear alone are pretty impressive, man. Look at that. That is great. And we have some letters etched in here. It looks like F-R-D-E. I don't know. Haven't seen the movie yet. It hasn't been released in the US at this moment, but it looks awesome. Look at the paint applications on here. This is just really well done. Look at that. Damn. They did such a good job with this. And that's where it doesn't really connect completely. You know, I still have a little bit of a gap right there. See a bit of the color variation right over here, and it goes right back down. Sick. No! After I saw the Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the lovely Charlita one, every time she'd ask me to do something I didn't want to do, I'd have to answer her like that.
Hey babe, wanna come with me and my sister to the mall?
No! Yeah, and that kind of lasted a little while. But anyway, back to this figure. It is amazing. Look at all the detail in this thing, man. Look at the eyes, the way they're painted, the sculpting, everything, man. This is just great. I really think they did a fantastic job. A lot of detail put into this. I think the sculptors, the painters, everybody did a fantastic job on this figure. And look at that. You can see the brown mixed in there with the black on his fur. I guess the only part that looks kind of flat is the ears. I mean, the ears look a little on the flat side, but that's really it. I mean, the whole figure, aside from the ears, looks very, very well detailed and painted. This is fantastic. Even the back of his head looks great. This is too awesome. I really dig it a lot. I think it must have been tricky. I mean, it really looks like a monkey put Joker makeup on his face. And as we look at the rest of the figure over here, just impeccable detail put into this. This is just wonderfully done. I can't stress it enough, really, man. It's pretty awesome. Again, there's the hands. We looked at that earlier. You can see more of the paint on his fur over here. That looks great. Then we might as well turn it around, look at the back of the figure. You can see all the paint detail in there. I like how it's not just one solid color. And I really like how they sculpted the hair drooping in the back of his forearms. I think that's awesome. We got some monkey butt right there. Monkey thighs. That looks pretty good. paint is consistent all the way through. And we got some beautiful monkey toes. Look at those monkey toes right there. They even did a great job at capturing a lot of detail at the bottom of the feet, and I think that's great. And he even has hole pegs down there too. So this guy has some awesome articulation, man. I'm really happy with the articulation on this figure. They utilize a lot of ball joints on this, which makes a very posable figure. I like it a lot. The head can move up quite a bit. He has dual ball joints, one in the neck and then one inside the head, so you get a lot of movement. He can move really far down, and he also can neck pivot over here too. That's really good. So you can get a lot of expressions out of the guy, and he can rotate side to side, of course. He has shoulders that move outward. You can rotate them forward. Unfortunately, he has no bicep swivel. That would have been nice, but we do get some rotation at the forearm, and he does bend at the elbow, but it doesn't really quite meet 90 degrees. And this is actually my only real problem with the figure, because on this side right over here, and it's a little tricky to see, but the peg for the elbow joint is popping out, and I'm not really able to get that back in there. I've been trying, and it's not really working for me. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks. That's my number one gripe about the figure, but not a big deal because it's still really well hidden with the forearm right over there too. He has ball joints right here on the wrist, so both sets of hands, you can rotate them all the way around, move them up and down, in and out, and rotate like that. He has a really nice diaphragm joint that crunches very far forward, which you really need on a monkey figure. You know, you need him to look up and you need him to crunch forward. That's very important. And he can move all the way back. He rotates side to side, and he has some diaphragm joint pivot as well. He has some great leg articulation too. The hips are on ball joints. They move all the way outward that far. You can move them inward, and you have to, they're on wide joints, so you have to rotate the upper thigh to really move things forward. And then you can get him kick forward like that. He can bend down at the knee, doesn't quite meet 90 degrees, and it rotates at the knee as well. And then again, ball joints right here on the ankles. So that's really cool. You can move the feet down, you can move the feet up, you can rotate him side to side, and he has a beautiful ankle pivot. I love the ankle pivot. So Caesar stands just a little over 6 inches tall, which is a pretty good size for a NECA figure. Most of their human figures are about 7 inches. And here's Caesar compared to NECA's Evil Dead 2 Hero Ash figure. And here he is next to another badass primate, the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Hitmonkey. And here he is next to the SH Monster Arts King Kong. And finally, here's Caesar compared to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So I gotta say, I highly recommend this figure. For a price point for about 20 bucks, I think you are getting a fantastic figure. Honestly, what NECA's been doing lately, it really reminds me of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends days. You're getting fantastic paint sculpt, great articulation, and plus you're getting it at a decent price. I think this is awesome. Like I said, I highly recommend it. I think it's great. I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures of this guy. Please check out my photos at toynewseye.com. And please hit the like button if you like the video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you later. Peace.
That's crispy.
No! 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 I think that's fine, and it's actually